Hello and welcome. So today we're going to talk about the Inside Star Citizen. This is the show outside Inside Star Citizen. But because they skipped one last week, I'm going to do both now. And both of them are just like ship sales and like previews of ships that you're going to buy or ship and a Drake Mule. So yeah, it's not going to be, I hope this is not going to be a long one, but we'll see. So let's roll the intro and let's talk about it.
Hello, my name is Grumpy.
Anyone that's played Star Citizen and done a box collection mission will be pretty familiar with the sort of the ways you have to do it, and from watching players play these missions, it's clear that there is scope to improve people's lives there.
I mean, they start off talking about the Mule, right? As if it's gonna solve the issue of your ship, a 100-ton ship being blown away by the wind. And you're not, but your 100-ton ship is. The 100-ton fucking ship with a ton of thrusters on it that are supposed to like just keep it at bay, but no, it just gets blown away like a fucking leaf. And no, fucking Drake Mule is not gonna solve that. Like coding and revising your physics engine is gonna solve that. So, like, I don't know if this was supposed to be funny or not, but I don't care. But we need that shit fixed. Now, I wanna keep the video as short as possible, so I'm just gonna throw a bunch of like screenshots and videos that they showed us, and I'm gonna talk over them so I don't need to respond to everything that they say, because like, if I do that, the video is gonna last for like 2 hours. So let's keep this condensed, and you're gonna see me only in the end, and that's it. So apparently the Drake Mule is supposed to help us out with the cargo refactor, because like instead of carrying boxes in our hands, we're gonna have the Drake Mule to like load up our ship with boxes and like cargo, like SU boxes, much faster. But I don't see the point. I gotta be completely honest with you. I don't see the point. If we have tractor beams, and if the tractor beams are working as intended, there's no point in having a Drake Mule. Like, the tractor beam is gonna be cheaper to buy in the game anyway, so like, why waste your money, like real money or in-game money, on a Drake Mule that's just gonna take up space in your ship, like the space that's valuable because you can store boxes in that space, like SU boxes. So it's just like, I don't understand it. And then there's like promotional sketch art or whatever, like JPEGs, where you can see the Drake Mule loading boxes onto a caterpillar. And like, I don't even fucking understand that, because like the caterpillar, it doesn't open like that. Not currently in the game. Is it gonna open at some point? Maybe, but like, is like, when are we gonna get that? Well, as I've learned, there are no when questions when you ask CAG, because like, yeah, those are just gonna be deleted immediately. So I guess that's being rude. I don't know. But yeah, like, even if we had the caterpillar open up like this, the caterpillar has like two huge tractor beams and like posts for tractor beams, so it can load itself up. So why would we even use the Drake Mule? I do not understand that. Like, not only that it's gonna take up space, it's gonna be slower than using tractor beams, so like, why use it? My only guess is that like, they needed an LTI token for this Invictus, and that's why like they just came up with the Mule, and they were like, yeah, this is gonna help out. Maybe it's gonna help out in your hangar when the cargo refactor comes along, but we'll see, I guess, because like, I simply do not understand why we need this vehicle. It's gonna be on sale tomorrow on the 28th of May, and if it costs any more than like 10 to 15 bucks, like if it's 25 bucks already, it's like overpriced. So buy it only if you want an LTI token so you can get something else, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't suggest you to get this thing at all, because like, why would you need it? And it's gonna be cheap as fuck in the game anyway, so yeah, just get it in the game if you actually need it. So let's talk about the Scorpius for a second. They pushed the sale like mad, and yeah, they really want us to buy this ship, but it's not that good. It's okay. It like you can see my review. It's gonna be posted on the top right corner. You can click on it. It's a really nice ship. It's nice looking from the inside. Visibility is fucking amazing and all of that, but it's not the best dogfighter. And now they say this.
So we have a few heavy fighters in the game. We've got the Banner Defender, the Anvil Hurricane, the Super Hornet, and they all cater for players who enjoy combat, but they want to have a bit more cooperative combat between you and another player who are in one ship taking on the hordes of enemies. Something that makes these two-person heavy fighters special compared to smaller ships is just that shared experience of combat. It's just a much nicer gameplay experience when you're in this one ship taking on the world rather than two people doing their own thing.
Give me a second to show you what a heavy fighter actually is. So, if everything works, it should work. Yeah, okay. So, this is fucking Wikipedia. A heavy fighter is a historic category of fighter aircraft produced blah 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 designed to carry heavier weapons and operate at longer ranges than light fighter aircraft. To achieve performance, most heavy fighters were twin-engine and many had multi-place crews. Okay, so that's what we have. And if you know anything about aircraft and planes and fighters and like World War II and like the newer fighters, a heavy fighter would be considered like a plane that can't really turn that good, that can't really do much to defend itself against light fighters, but it can pack a punch and bring down a big-ass bomber or just like bring down the whole village with a few missiles, or like A-10, like it's a CAS fighter. It's like a close air support fighter, and with the 30 Mike Gatling that it has, it can just decimate everything. So like heavy fighter is supposed to have worse rates compared to light fighters. It's supposed to have a bunch of guns or like bigger guns, etc. But it's not supposed to be as fast and as nimble as a light fighter. Now we have a medium fighter category in between, which is gonna be basically somewhere in the middle. And that's where the Hornet, the Buccaneer, and the Banner Defender and the rest of them are. Because like, those are just medium fighters. And yes, the Hurricane, because it has like really bad rates and it has a ton of guns and it's slow as shit, yes, it is a heavy fighter. It can be considered to be a heavy fighter even though it's as small as a Buccaneer or a bit bigger than the Arrow. But you can't say that the Saber is, I don't know, a medium fighter, and then you say the Hornet is heavy fighter, or say that like a Banner Defender is a heavy fighter, because it's not. It is not. It is simply not. So this fighter is supposed to be a heavy fighter because it has a shit ton of guns. But it cannot survive that long because it only has a single size 2 shield, like the Scorpius has a single size 2 shield, and this is why I do not advise you to buy this for your money. Just wait for it to be in the game and you can buy it there. It doesn't maneuver as well. It's a huge target, like compared to the Hurricane, which can deal basically the same amount of damage, because your main damage output is gonna be from the turret. Because like it's harder to bear guns and like get on targets with the Scorpius than with the Arrow. So yeah, like Hurricane is smaller and it has the same shield as the Scorpius, therefore it's a bit better. It is a bit better. And yeah, like Hurricane is a heavy fighter, Sentinel is a heavy fighter, Scorpius is a heavy fighter, although it should still have a second size 2 shield. And that's like, those are my thoughts, because it's so fucking huge that it's really hard to miss it. Like for them, Freelancer Max with 120 SUs is medium freight, and then the Hull B is heavy freight and it has 384 SUs, but then the Raylan that has like 340 or something like that SUs, it's also medium freight, just like the Freelancer Max, and medium freight is also the Cuddy, and then you have a light fighter, and then you have a Hornet that's a medium fighter, and the Super Hornet that's a medium fighter, but no, it's a heavy fighter now. And like, why is it a heavy fighter? Because it has a turret gunner, but a turret is the same as any other turret on any other Hornet, and it has the same capacity. It doesn't matter if the pilot is firing the weapon or the gunner, it has still the same capacity. So why is it like a heavy fighter? Because it's the same, it's basically the same. I already did a video on all of the Hornets, you can watch it. It's gonna be like here, and yeah, like, what's the point? How is that medium fighter? How is this heavy? Like, I don't understand it. Like, how is the Super Hornet heavy fighter? And after that small rant there, the only thing that I have to say is that I really like sitting inside the Scorpius, and I really want it to be better. And yeah, having, I don't know, 3 size 1 shields or 2 size 2 shields or something like that would be nice, but we don't have that. We don't have armor in the game. We don't know when we're gonna get armor, so yeah, like, you don't ask when questions, right? And the question that I asked that was censored and deleted was basically, when are we gonna get the AI blades and the AI NPCs that we can hire for our ships? And there's your answer. Like, you don't ask when, you just get it maybe at some point soon, trademarked by CAG. So yeah, anyway, let's talk about the Legionnaire. Everyone got really hyped about this ship, and that's nice because this is gonna be the first and currently the only boarding ship that we have. But being grumpy as I am, I just saw a bunch of flaws, and you're currently looking at one of those. Now, everyone in this game will want to board another ship and steal the ship, steal the goods and all of that. And everyone on the other side that's gonna get boarded is hyped up because, like, yeah, you just wanna yell, we're getting boarded, and like, get the power up and like battle stations, because we all want to fucking yell that, right? But there's a fatal flaw with this thing, and you can see it on the screen again. And that fatal flaw is actually the docking color. Now, if you want to board a ship, you never want to board it from the entrance point, because that point, or the docking collar, is gonna be a choke point, and one guy can hold the choke point with like a grenade launcher against like 10-12 Marines that are gonna board the ship. It just takes one grenade and that's it. Like, the boarding party is dead. So yeah, you can see them here. Like, this would never fucking happen. So yeah, I'm not sure that this ship is gonna be really good. If it's only gonna be that, then you should pass on it, because like, why would you want to board another ship by docking to it and going through the small choke point? Now, I've asked a question in the Q&A, and you can vote for it down in the comment section. I'm gonna leave it as a pinned comment in the comment section, where like I asked if there's gonna be like a way. This is really shitty. If there's gonna be a way for us to like not dock to the ship, but like, I don't know, magnetically attach and then like punch a hole in the ship, in the hull, and choose another entrance point, because we have multi-tools with cutters, so therefore we should be able to do that, or we have a salvage tool or whatever, so we should be able to do that in this game. And that's gonna be much better, because like with 2 Legionnaires, if you're going for a Carrack, you're not gonna go for the normal entrance points like the docking collars. You're gonna go for like the top deck, you're gonna go for the lower deck and just punch a hole inside of it so you can board. I don't know if the engine of this game will support that, of course, but I've asked the question, and I've seen the issue with this. And you guys, if you wanna like support the question, if you wanna see it in the Q&A, you gotta upvote that question, because yeah, like I don't know how else to tell you, but like, they're not gonna answer those kinds of questions if you don't like poke their eyes with them. So yeah. The only thing that is good about this is that like, we are getting close to our ships not exploding because somebody destroyed them with like a few pew-pews, but they are going to be disabled and they are going to get boarded, and we're going to still have a chance to fight off the enemy once they board us. So that's a big plus. And there's another big plus because this is the first mention of the actual electronic warfare. And if you guys don't know, the Sentinel, it is not supposed to have the EMP. It's supposed to have electronic warfare and be a heavy fighter. So we should have decoys, we should have like hacking mechanics inside the Sentinel and all that. So that's a big plus, because with this ship, I guess we're gonna have the Sentinel being the ship that it's supposed to be and not being like a heavy fighter with a huge SEMP. And then there's the question that imposes itself, and that is, are the ships still gonna be easy to steal as they are right now? Because right now, the only defense against a guy stealing your ship is closing the door. It's like playing fucking Minecraft. But like 2952, we should have at least a fingerprint scanner, which is here from like 1980s. And yeah, like there should be some hacking involved. But of course, they said nothing about that, so I can't really tell you anything more. Yes, I am hyped about boarding. No, I'm not hyped about boarding with this ship, because like going through the docking port is just gonna be a joke, and you're gonna die there and you're gonna lose everything. So like, what's the point? Unless they make the Legionnaire's shield like defend you against the incoming fire from the crew of the ship that's getting boarded, and like lets your fire go through, but like I don't think that's gonna happen. So I don't know, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered before we actually buy this ship. So I don't know, I like it, but I don't like it at the same time, and that's my 2 cents on it. And in the end, there's one more thing that we should talk about, and that is the roadmap that got updated. And in the roadmap roundup, they have added the Drake Mule to 317. Okay, that's fine. Illegal delivery missions, this feature has been added to the Alpha 317, so that's gonna be like, I don't know, probably the pirate box missions basically, and they're probably gonna pay a bit more, but it's still gonna be shit. AI Planetary Navigation, now this feature has been added to Alpha 317, so this is really good, because like nav mashing, if you didn't like see the previous IC, that like, or one of the previous ICs, that basically enables the NPCs to walk on planets, to land on planets and all that. So we will have NPCs spawning around planets. Therefore, there's gonna be like firefights with NPCs on top of planets outside bunkers, and that's a really good thing. So we have added the they have added the derelict reclaimers for 317.2, additional standalone Lagrange points, which are going to be like Mike L234 and the Arcall 234, whatever. It's okay, like not that we need those, but it's fine, it's good to have, I guess. Siege of Orson, that's the FPS mission that I was talking about, one of the last videos that it did. It's like, it's okay-ish, and that's it. Like, there's a lot of issues with it, but whatever. Persistent Entity Streaming is gonna be released in 3.18. This is really huge, and 3.18 is gonna be, if you didn't see it, it's gonna be delayed for 3 months, and yeah. I'm a Legionnaire, that's it. So we are actually gonna get stuff before 3.18, so we will have like 6 months of something, I guess. The issue is that the game is completely fucking broken right now, and that needs to be addressed first, and then they need to release other stuff that's also going to be probably broken. So yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments, and thank you for watching, and thank you to all my patrons for supporting the channel. If you want to support the channel, there's going to be a link down in the info section of the video, and you can be like these guys because they're amazing. And yeah, like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I wouldn't buy any of these vehicles. I did buy the Scorpius, I did buy the Legionnaire, so I can review it on the channel, but like, other than that, like, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I wouldn't buy them. If I wanted them, I would wait for them to be in the game, and that's it. So again, thank you for watching, and don't forget to bring the towel when you're traveling through space, and bye.